Alrighty, sir. The man, the myth, the legend, Finn Slavin in the building. Beautiful. All right. How did December feel for you? Best month? Love that. And now, without necessarily like talking about data, because that's what we're going to go over this entire thing, but like walk me through, like you said, it felt the best. I love that. What were you working on? What were some of the focuses? Did you have any issues? Like, what made it to where December felt like your best month? And obviously, like I said, we can look at the data and we're going to go over the data, but what were you feeling? What were you noticing? What were you thinking throughout that month to be able to obtain, in your view, your best month?
Yeah, I was just able to get like the ball in the air easier, like definitely than I used to do. And like my launch angle was a lot more consistent in like the medium, and I just felt like a lot better, swinging it harder even. Yeah.
Love that. Love that. Now we'll kind of go through a little reminder. We can look at a couple of different ways to compare. We can compare December to November in the sense of back-to-back months. We can also compare December to October because they were both bat speed months. All right. So as we're going through, I'm going to compare to kind of two different things. So December to October, right around the same when it comes to average bat speed, but you did increase your max by 3 miles an hour. That's awesome. Love that. And just from November to December, you increased by 0.8. Now, it is going to be normal for November to be lower, or our bat to ball months is going to be lower than our bat speed months. So, like, that's why I'm not like, oh, hey, Finn, like, you're the best player in the world. You gained 0.8 miles an hour. It's like, well, look at the focuses. So, what I will brag about you on is being able to increase your max. Love that. Love that. And I think for you, it may seem kind of weird, but like I think for you, honestly, the biggest thing is getting you to experience like how fast can I swing the bat? How hard can I hit the ball? Like I feel like you almost sometimes and not necessarily in November, December, but like before you started coming in when it was one time, two times kind of thing. I think it was more so of like not that you were scared to try and do more, but it was almost like you're like, why? Like I feel very content with where I'm at. Like it's not that I'm doing a bad job. And it's like, no, you're not. For you though, to be like, you know what? I'm gonna move a little bit faster than I might be used to today. Like that kind of experiment aspect of December for you and of November for you, I think is what allowed you to all of a sudden kind of have what felt like your best month. Because all of a sudden now instead of like going 5 feet from your comfort zone is like a weird thing. Now you're going like 100 yards from your comfort zone. And I'm not saying you need to live 100 yards from there, but it might be somewhere in the middle. You know what I'm saying? So I love the fact that you're just willing to move faster, trust it a little bit more, and kind of get after it. Uh, Average rotation went down a little bit from October, but your max was able to increase a little bit. So like I'm not too like necessarily worried about it. It's not like a what the heck happened, but more of like a huh. Now, and this is why I also have this average November through July. So this entire line is the averages that you had from November 24 to July 2025. And so that way we can kind of do like a quick comparison. So the first 9 months when you came in, you were averaging a 9.4 average, whereas now you're averaging a 12.6. So like we drastically increased from where when you first came in. So like that's why, in my opinion, it's not like the end of the world or anything like that. Okay. Do you have any comments, questions, or concerns on the bat speed or rotation acceleration aspect? Okay. Bat path wise, kept the attack angle right around the same, increased the VBA. I like that a lot. And I also feel like that's what allowed you to be able to increase your max a little bit more too. Because now instead of it being like you trying to swing fast and going in the zone and then out of the zone, now it's you're swinging fast and you're still staying on plane. Like you're still working through the baseball. So I'm a big fan of what you're able to do with your vertical bat angle. From there, we'll move on to the Rapsodo side of things. Any comments, questions, or concerns on any Blast Motion topics? Bat Path, VBA, anything? Okay. Look at that average, my guy. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. And again, this is the most times that you came in a month. So it's not like you came one time, was feeling like an All-American, and then that raised all of your numbers like crazy. Like, you came in the most amount of times you've come, and all of a sudden that thing goes boop, straight up. And especially when we're comparing, like, bat speed stayed the same on these two, but look at what the averages changed. So like, you're just making more consistent, better contact more often. I like that. I like that a lot. Top eighth increased, max increased dramatically too. So I'm a big fan of where you're at with that. I like that. It's not like we're gaining 10 miles an hour of bat speed, but gaining 1 mile an hour of exit velocity. It's like we're gaining a shit ton of exit velocity, and we're learning how to be okay with trusting and allowing ourselves to move a little bit faster. So I'm a big fan of all these numbers, my guy. Big fan of all these numbers. Doing a way better job. So horizontal launch angle. So these two numbers, what they're saying is in November, your average hit was 2.2 degrees right of second base. In October, it was 9.9 degrees right of second base. This one's scarier to me because it's a bat speed month. So in theory, you should be like trying to go get it, accelerate, move fast. And yet we were still getting like backside beat a lot. Whereas this month, you were able to actually go more pull side. And even while doing that, we were able to stay hitting some absolute line drives rather than this 27 where it was a couple flares, right? So like, I'm really liking this too. It's not like you are, living left fielder to the left field foul line and trying to stay between there. Like, it's barely a little pull side. If a pitch is in, well, and this is what that's telling me. When a pitch is in, you're okay pulling it. When a pitch is out, you're okay going the other way. When it's 9.9, to me, that means I feel like you're trying to force it that way rather than delivering it that way. And I kind of like the difference between the two of like, I want you to deliver the baseball. Like, send it there. Don't just try and get it there. Deliver it there. I think you did a way better job with these two. Top eighth, same idea. And you were getting pull side on your top eighth, but a lot of it was on the ground or too high. I think this was the first month where you kind of put it all together of like, hey, I'm going to go pull side, but it's not going to be like a fly out. I'm going pull side. This is in the gap. It's going to skip, and I'm getting a triple out of this. Like, that is the adjustment that you made. I like it a lot. Now, moving on to the ropes and bombs percentage. Let me close this one, open this one. Apparently I have to resize this. Boom, there we go. Okay. You are going to notice that some of these numbers went down a little bit. Actually, just one of the numbers. Your hard hit percentage. So this is looking at all your hits. What percentage of those hits were above your top eighth or your top eighth and above? So like in December, 35.9% of your hits were 79.9 miles an hour or harder. Whereas in the previous month, 42.6 of your hits were 78.3 miles an hour or harder. Now, that's where a majority of those just kind of got adjusted. If you look over here, your ropes percentage was higher than the previous month, and your bombs percentage was higher than the other month. What that means is on average, when you hit a top eighth, you were able to put it between 5 to 15 degree launch angle for ropes, or it was 15 to 25 launch angle for bombs. Whereas here, if you notice those numbers are lower, I feel like you probably just hit a lot of balls at like -0, like one launch, and you just hit them hard straight into the ground.
Yeah.
Whereas here you were hitting them hard and a little bit more in the air. So I'm a fan of that. I like that. Smash factor increase for your average. So that's where we're going to see these numbers, looking at these numbers. So especially if you look at where you were at previously to where you're at now, way better. This guy, I'm not too upset that it's been down a little bit. One of the things that the new device Full Swing is able to do is smash factor. So that's looking at each individual swing rather than for me right now, I'm kind of just generalizing. Okay, so once we get this the Full Swing next month, I think it will be a little bit better for us. Obviously, you came 9 times in the last month, way better, great job. Still about was at 5'10". You were able to increase a couple pounds. Love that. Whiff rate went from 8.16 to 5.88. Love that. And even doing that from a bat speed month or a bat to ball month to bat speed, normally those two are reversed. So pretty great job. And then we've gone over these, I believe, last month. Any comments, questions, or concerns over all of this? Feel like you're in a good spot? Beauty. Go ahead, grab one of the whiteboards, grab a dry erase, and let's build your warm-up. We'll go in there, but I want to kind of build out the warm-up for you, and then we'll go hit. Let's go. Is there anything that you would specifically like to see yourself? Like, is there any drills that we did the last month that you're like, hey, I had this stellar month. I would like to keep doing blank, 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 blank. Like, is there anything that you really liked? Was there anything that you're like, hey, this sucked. I hated this. Like, give me some feedback on what we did the previous month.
I mean, the weighted side was or whatever was pretty
The bands?
yeah, the bands were challenging. And then I just like to do angle board or block just to get stability.
Let's try it. Let's go angle board. Let's go block.
Yeah, that was probably it.
Okay.
For
Let's add in the bands in there too. Let's go. Stay on tools. Let's go. How do you like the connection ball?
Yeah.
You like that? Let's do that. Let's do bats at the very top. Is that at the top?
Yeah.
Okay. I think Strider's hammer is good for you. I think staying thin bat is good. I think long bat. Let's go paddle bat. How many bats is that? 3? 4. I think that'll be good for those. Let's go to variables. Is there any variables that you like or dislike?
I've been doing more of whipbacks.
I like that for you.
Knee touch, floor touch, bat pointers.
Let's go bat pointers. Let's go floor touch. And let's keep doing whipbacks. And then I'm only going to have you just pick 2 bats for the entire warm up. So you'll use the same 2 for round 1 as for round 2 as for round 3. I'll only have you do 1 tool. So the 1 tool that you use in round 1 is the same one you'll run rounds 2 and the same one as 3. Same thing with variable, 1, 1, 1. And then the drills is where you do 1 per round. Drill wise, let's go. Is there any that you like or dislike?
I've been doing like 180s, lassos, step backs, most of them.
You liking them though? Is there any one where you're like, I hate this?
I like potato sack.
Potato sack. Now, what about potato sack was a non-fan aspect?
I
Like,
can't move, and I feel like I have to like really reach it and like be really like accurate with my bat.
okay, I like that. I'm not saying that we have to do it. Let's try it out during the breakdown and just see if maybe it's something that I'm like, hey, like do this. You're like, oh wow, that makes this way easier. If still not a fan, like I'm not gonna force you like you have to do it, unless I'm like, hey, this is drill you need to do. I'm not that way on this one right now for you, so I'm okay if we skip that. I do want to play around with it during the warm up though, just so you can kind of see if it's something that we can do. Let's go pivot pick. Let's go Happy Gilmore. Let's go step back. Let's go slash bunt. Is that 4 drills?
Yeah.
We'll get you to 6. Let's go. Did you like the lassos?
Yeah.
Let's do lassos. And then 6th one. Do a potato slack slash big poppy. And I'll let you pick one of those 2 after we try it out a little bit. How do you feel about those drills, the tools, the variables? Feel good about all of them? All right. Let's have you take a picture of it. We can take the board over to the cage. And then let's go over all of those that you have a question about. Sweet. Okay. So I got to figure out what about is it when I have it screenplayed? You have a blast sensor with you? Yeah, I got you one. Guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back. Tell a friend. Get into your stance for me real quick. I'm gonna adjust something super fast on this thing. Transform left. Let's take out. Let's go left, 500. There we go. And then let's take out the top a little bit. Who's calling? Oh yeah, there we go. And then we'll take out some of this on the right side. Which do you have the whiteboard with you? Okay, which of the drills would you like to play around first? Okay, let's do that. Purple, green grams, and a sock. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, so potato sacks. Feet starting together. What bat do you want to use with it? Okay. So with this one of the main things that's going to be required out of this is going to be posture. Because if I'm straight up with this, my only option is to go here with it. If I'm here, now I can actually turn and then deliver the barrel. So I'm assuming that's probably what was happening as we were here. And it was just that to it. So get here. And then the main thing with this is I don't want, like, the moment that you start to try and lean forward to go and hit this, you're dead. You're done. And that's the whole point of this, because a lot of the balls I think were hitting down, we were just kind of like here, and it was kind of just here. So if we eliminate this aspect, the idea is maybe we can get more of like that feel. Same page? Yeah, and then allowing that barrel to kind of, as you go that way, the barrel then goes that way. Yeah. So this is just going to be your rink-a-dink fastballs, okay? Play with it straight, hit it, get all in the face with it. Stands for the to cut. Already know. There you go. As this is kind of running down, feel free to get kind of like a little bit of a load with the upper half. Don't feel like you have to kind of be so stuck. Better. Now, what'd you feel on that one? Yeah. How's that? And we'll do more, but just in that quick, just like little back and forth. How are you feeling with potato sacks already? Better? Good. We'll keep doing them. I want to keep playing around with it. Just that way you can get a good feel of it. But I'm glad that it's feeling already better. That's good. How often do you think you did potato sacks over the last month? And you're like, nope, I'm done. All right, let's get like 3 more that you like out of this, okay? Good, that's the best one. Nice. All right, already better? Good. Good, good, good. What else do we got that's on that board? Slash bump. Okay, so with this one, you're going to start literally, I mean, it's your run-of-the-mill slash. So you're just here, you're starting wherever, boom, we're here, and then you're going to go back to forward. Same page? You want paddle?
Yeah.
Sweet. You can't tell me nothing. Oh. All right, you ready? I'll have you do hitter start with it, and I want you to be a little bit slower with this, okay? I want you to like feel yourself like loading up and then exploding, okay? So on your first move and go slow. Way better. Yes. Ooh. Feel pretty good with it? What do you like about that drill?
I feel like really good for like being in like a neutral position or like getting really ready and yeah.
Good shit, dude. Good job. Anything else?
I mean, not that I really want to work on, but I do them.
Is there any that you may not feel the most comfortable with? Like maybe you've seen someone do it, or you've seen it done before. Maybe you did it, but you're just not confident with it.
Very Happy Gilmore. It's like the only one really.
Okay, let's work a couple on them. So with Happy Gilmore, it's going to be very much so like starting back here, chest, hips facing it. Okay, now if you want, like I am a big like one step in, almost like you're pitching. Okay, if you need to take like a left then a right to kind of get a little momentum, that's fine. But we're essentially going right foot 90 degree, and then you're coming all the way around this back leg and then forward. So it's almost like 2 separate spots. So you're going from the drill and getting to a swing, like a hitting position, and then from the hitting position, then you go hit. But you have to go from drill to hitting position first. Grab a bat, whichever one you want to rock with, and then give me a slow motion of your Happy Gilmore at the moment. It's not bad. Let me have you go. Imagine like you're trying to bring that left leg around and over this bucket. There you go, a little bit slower. So you feel yourself kind of falling forward already. That's from you getting here, and then it was like a push that way. I want you more so thinking you're here. We're kind of almost like trying to sink into that back leg. Yeah. Notice how you're able to just kind of stay there? And then when you want to go forward, you can? Yeah. What up, dude? Nothing much. My favorite Uber Eats delivery driver.
That place is a madhouse. I forgot your water.
Oh, you're fine. Yup. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Close. When you come around on this, you're doing a really good job. You're getting here, you're getting all the way around, doing a really good job. I think these hips, instead of it being like come around and more hinged, as you kind of come around, these hips are kind of pushing up just a little bit. And that's where we're kind of getting back to hands kind of working their way down. You're also using a 1/4 inch bat. So like your margin for error is not that much. You know what I'm saying? So like it's not the end of the world, but this is also why I'm having you do this drill with the thin bat, that kind of thing. Like it's in there. So that way you can notice it. But when you come around, keep this like your belly over your right thigh rather than it getting kind of here. Better. Yep. Yep. Look, it liked you so much it was trying to come back. Close. You feel like you're reaching out on that a little bit? Okay, let it get to you. You can hang in that position a little longer. Close. Happy medium between those two. I want you to see how far you can hit that ball into right field. Take a breath. What you noticing, what you feeling? Where's your son at? Okay. What are you noticing, what are you feeling?
Just like my bat, like, well, I feel like on the first one, like I was on the front of it.
Okay. Okay. I'm not going to have you swing with this yet, but I do want you to take some like dry swings with this. Okay. The idea behind this device is trying to almost like kind of sync your upper half and your lower half. Okay. So as you go through, and it's supposed to be like this, we're here, turn, and it's almost like I'm trying to deliver, boom. Go through just some slow motion dry swings with that. Yes, sir. Yep. And just imagine as if If you were hitting a ball, if you're making contact with a ball, where would that ball go? And we're trying to get right center in the air. There you go. And then keep going through slow motion. Yep. And your whole goal is to try and make it to where that's still able to go to right center. Does that make sense? There you go. Even slower from the initial spot. Slow, slower, slower. There you go. There you go. Then bring it back. Go through it again, slow motion. Now pause. So even just like there, notice how your hands are moving a lot. Hips aren't doing too much. Get back to foot plant. There you go. Boom. Yep. Now keep turning the hips. There. And then well, boom, 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 boom. And then to center. Does that make sense? So I think right now you're going here, there, rather than being like, boom. Go through a couple more slow motion swings. Yeah. And then think bat pointer there. Because what that means is go ahead and relax. If I'm able to do a good job with the bat pointer idea, that means I got all of my bat through. Because if let's say you're right center and I'm hitting it to you. If I go here and then I go this way and then straighten out, there's a lot that I'm kind of sliding on. Versus if I get to here and if I give bat point to you, everything I have, I've given. And then I'm finishing. Rather than kind of getting to it, getting to here, and then finishing. Okay, a couple more. And finish to me. There, yes. That's the main spot that you're trying to get to, okay? Yes. One more like that, and then we'll hit regular. Boom. Grab the thin bat, same thing that we've been doing. Way better. Now is literally that much of an adjustment. It's not much. Great job. What's up, dude? How are you? Good. Doing well, sir. Thanks for asking. Better. Oh, so close. So close. Couple more. Yeah, better. Better. Oh, Santa Maria. Yep. How those feel? Great job. Mark, what time is it? 37? Oh, okay. Thank you. My bad. 6:50? Okay. He should have started warming up 5 minutes ago. Is he 7:45? I'll check. I'll double check. I'll double check. We'll see where he's at. I didn't bring my phone out with me. Ho ho! Proud of you. You are correct. He is not here. He is 7:45. Yep. So he's got time. He's got time. He's good. It's you guys and then Mason. If Mason ever